What celebrity do you feel bad for genuinely? Barry Gibb. He has lost all 3 of his brothers and they were all younger. He once said he'd give up everything, fame, money, etc., if he could have them back again. Jeanette McCurdy, abused by her mother, most likely by Dan Schneider too, but her mom went as far to send her a hate message from her own deathbed. The little boy from the Star Wars Episode 1. An 8-year-old child gets hate mail and death threats from grown adults for acting in a movie he didn't write, direct, or produce. Grown adults did this stuff to a child because they didn't like how he acted in their space movie. Christina Applegate. Terrible disease. Edit. I was at a dinner party when I posted this, and other people at the party would like me to add Michael J. Fox and Bruce Willis. Chadwick Boseman. To be fighting cancer at the biggest moment in his career had to be such a big secret to hold. Every time I think about that photo he had to delete because people were making jokes. Knowing what Black Panther meant to people and that H wasn't going to make it, my heart breaks for him. Ahmed Best, the actor who played Jar Jar Binks in Star Wars. Episode 1. The Phantom Menace got Harris so hard for playing the role he nearly committed suicide. He's doing better now, and has even appeared in other Star Wars projects as other characters since. The Corey's one of them is completely gone, and the other has been so traumatized that even if he's telling 100% the truth, he sounds like a crazy person. I feel terrible for them both. They didn't deserve what happened to them. Robin Williams, who was robbed of his mind by a disease. And Chester Bennington, who succumbed to trauma from his childhood. He has passed. But Christopher Reeve, he'll always be Superman. Superior human being. Britney Spears, I'm sure there are many who will disagree, but that girl got put through the ringer. She was the subject of humiliation, slut-shaming insults, and hatred by the press, while everyone else demanded more and more. She was overexposed and cruelly used. This abuse made her what she is today. Any and all child stars. Most of them have been through it. I shudder to even imagine what it consisted of. Michael J. Fox and Bruce Willis, both with immense talent and hit with diseases that slowly take it from them. Bieber. The more Diddy stuff that comes out, the more I'm sure Bieber was taken advantage of. Poor frickin' kid, man. Throw in a vote for Aaron Carter, too. Lindsay Lohan. Her parents are awful. She called her dad in a crisis crying, and that bastard recorded the call and sold it to a tabloid. Kurt Cobain. In so many pictures, he doesn't just look depressed. He looks haunted. Something awful happened to him. Robin Williams. To take your own life because you know your mind is deteriorating due to disease, not wanting to put your family through that. We lost a good one. Celine Dion. She's always had her voice. It's been her comfort and her happy place all her life. She has lost her husband, which broke her heart. Now she is losing her voice, her control over her own body with an illness that is incurable and progressive. It's heartbreaking that such a beauty I fricked up. A soul with such a magical voice is losing everything she has ever loved, and there's nothing at all she can do to stop it. Keanu Reeves. The poor guy lost his girlfriend, daughter, sister, and best friend, and yet still remains one of the kindest souls, undeterred by events that would make anyone angry and bitter. I never had the fortune to meet the guy, but I get so down reading about what he went through. Edit. Apparently, Keanu's sister is alive after a battle with leukemia. This is one time I was happy to be incorrect. Dolly Parton just lost her husband of almost 60 years, Carl Dean, and I'm so sad thinking about that. She deserves to be happy all the time, but that's unrealistic. I know I am just sad thinking that someone so nice is sad right now. Sinead O'Connor. Incredibly talented, but everyone blacklisted her after the SNL thing. Who would have thought people loved the Pope more than they hated cover-ups for sex offenders in the Catholic Church? Tim Curry, he said on a few occasions that the paralyzing stroke he suffered in 2012 robbed him of his passion for acting. He's continued his career as a voice actor as much as possible. But it's painful to think what other iconic roles we could have got from him if it wasn't for his stroke. Julie Andrews. She's so famous for her singing roles but lost most of her vocal range and ability from surgery complications. It's obviously not as tragic as others in this thread, but I can't imagine how hard that is for a singer. Corey Feldman was laughed at by a large crowd at The View. Yes, sexual assault of a kid. Hilarious. Alia. She was preyed on by those older industry dudes, and almost 25 years after her passing, people are saying that she was pretty much a promiscuous woman, when the reality is she was a victim. Also Selena. Neither of those ladies were able to live out to their full potential, and regardless of where they would have been today, they deserve to continue their stories rather than having them prematurely ended.